Anaskabuche. Anaskasi. Cree word for Beaver Hills. Many beavers make Elk Island's ponds their homes. Look for massive beaver lodges as you pass by the ponds on the trails. So we have done this trail, but only in winter. So I'm kind of interested. It's not very far. But there are some hills kind of on the northern area, if I remember right. Northern? Southern. Sorry. Around over in this area is where the hills are. This is new. I haven't seen this before. But again, the whole invasive species. The orange hawkweed, which I always feel is a very pretty flower. And then there's a boot scrub. So I shouldn't have anything on my shoes. Well, I guess that's just it. You never know what's on there. There.
Our first sighting at Beaver Hills was not a beaver. It was a snowshoe hare. Note the large feet to help keep them on the surface of the snow. This one will molt into a white coat of fur in the fall for camouflage. We paused at a lookout over one of the beaver ponds and watched some ducks swimming about. The one that just surfaced in the background is a pied-billed grebe. Always be true to yourself. This duck knows how to make an entrance. We carried on towards another area of the marsh. The half moon decorated the blue sky, and stumps stood like sentinels, like a miniature Emily Carr painting. The boardwalk is definitely a highlight of this trail.
Get the feeling they might have to replace this in the next year or two. Some boards, you can feel them moving.
One thing I've noticed is that even though people get outside to go for a hike, they seem to rush through the landscape. As some of you know, I like to take in the entire area and find the details. This cluster of asters just grazed the surface of what could be seen. Hiding in among the jumble of green blades were some hooded skullcaps. This member of the mint family is present in wetlands across most of North America. As you can see, they are pollinated by bees.
Here's some more of the spiky plants. I have no idea what this is.
This is the giant burr reed.
But that's beautiful. It just comes out like a whole ray.
Muskrats enjoy eating this plant, especially the rhizomes. The spiky balls, full of seeds, are a food source for some waterfowl. The boardwalk offered a unique way of delving into the marsh without getting wet. I was surprised to see these nodding beggar ticks growing in the middle of the water, as previously I've only ever seen them growing on the sides of the trails. Being a marsh, of course, there was lots of duckweed. And some beautiful jewelweed. This is one of my favorite flowers. In addition to the bright color and unusual shape, the seed pods are a lot of fun. I'll put a link to one of my older videos where I test out some of the seed pods. I'd also like to make a short plug for our Patreon page. Supporters have access to videos that are not available on YouTube, as well as some behind-the-scenes clips. It also helps support us in our adventures to new locations. Check it out in the link below. Sleeping in the shadows, I spotted this yellow woolly bear caterpillar. The coloring on these caterpillars can vary quite a bit.
Grass carefully, not catapulted into the, into the marsh.
Catapult. I make no apologies for the pun.
Pieces of mint.
And some wild mint. Again, I was surprised that they can grow in such deep water. Some more duckweed. It's like one of those magic eye illustrations where a hidden image pops out at you eventually. What do you see? This is 3-petal bedstraw. I was enamored with the tiny flowers that would be so easy to pass by. Alas, it was time to move on from the marsh. The hot sun was really starting to beat down on us. The nice thing about mid-August is that you can still find flowers, but also link them up visually with their seeds. And of course, you get to admire some of the plants in their full size. This bull thistle was almost as tall as me, which maybe is not saying much as I'm only 5'3". As always, thanks for watching.